Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm when their world is falling apart, while others break under the smallest amount of pressure? What if the difference isn't talent, luck, or intelligence, but a way of thinking that has been quietly shaping extraordinary people for nearly 2,000 years? Imagine waking up every morning with absolute clarity. Your mind isn't clouded by fear, distracted by endless opinions, or controlled by emotions. Criticism no longer shakes your confidence. Setbacks no longer stop your progress. Every decision you make moves you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. It may sound impossible, but for one man, this wasn't a fantasy. It was reality. That man was Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled one of the greatest empires in history. While leading armies, facing betrayal, enduring wars, and carrying the weight of millions of lives on his shoulders, he discovered a philosophy so powerful that it transformed every challenge into an opportunity for growth. He didn't leave behind a book filled with motivational quotes. He left behind a blueprint for mastering the human mind. The truth is, we live in a world that constantly fights for our attention. Every notification pulls us away from our goals. Every opinion tries to shape our identity. Every setback convinces us to give up. We're surrounded by distractions, trapped in comparison, and often controlled by emotions we barely understand. But the Stoics saw all of this long before smartphones, social media, and modern chaos ever existed. And the person who learns to conquer their own mind becomes impossible to defeat. In today's video, we're going to uncover the timeless Stoic principles that helped Marcus Aurelius develop extraordinary self-discipline, unshakable confidence, and inner peace, even during the darkest moments of his life. These aren't ancient theories or philosophical ideas that only belong in history books. They are practical lessons you can apply starting today to become mentally stronger, emotionally resilient, and completely focused on what truly matters. By the end of this video, you'll discover how to stop letting emotions control your decisions, how to remain calm under pressure, how to build unstoppable discipline, and how to develop the mindset that separates extraordinary people from the average. But here's something important. Each principle builds on the one before it. If you skip even one section, you'll miss a key piece of the mindset Marcus Aurelius spent his entire life developing. So stay with me until the very end, because the final lesson is often the one that changes people's lives the most. And before we begin, I have a small challenge for you. In the comments below, write the words, "I control my mind." Not for me, for yourself. Because the moment you declare those words, you're making a commitment to become stronger than your emotions, stronger than your excuses, and stronger than any obstacle life places in your path. If you're ready to master yourself, build unbreakable discipline, and discover the timeless wisdom that has transformed countless lives for centuries, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Horizon, turn on the notification bell, and let's begin this journey toward becoming the strongest version of ourselves. Principle 1. Find your purpose. Marcus Aurelius believed that every disciplined life begins with a clear purpose. But what does that really mean? It means discovering what truly matters to you and allowing that purpose to guide every decision you make. Without a purpose, life becomes a series of distractions. You chase temporary pleasures, worry about other people's opinions, and waste energy on things that add no real value. But when your purpose is clear, every challenge becomes easier to face because you know exactly why you're moving forward. Think of an arrow without a target. No matter how powerful the bow is, the arrow will never reach anything meaningful. Your life works the same way. Purpose is the target that gives your actions direction. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. Despite ruling one of the greatest empires in history, he never allowed power or luxury to distract him from his responsibility to serve his people with wisdom, courage, and integrity. His purpose became the compass that guided him through wars, political betrayal, and personal hardships. Imagine a university student preparing for important exams. One student spends hours scrolling through social media, constantly distracted and wondering why they're falling behind. Another student has a clear goal of becoming a doctor. Every time they're tempted to waste time, they remember why they started. That single purpose gives them the discipline to study, stay focused, and keep going even when they feel exhausted. The difference isn't intelligence, it's direction. Stoicism teaches us to ask ourselves two simple questions every day. What truly deserves my time and energy? And did my actions today bring me closer to the person I want to become? When you begin living with purpose instead of impulse, discipline stops feeling like a burden. It becomes a natural part of who you are, leading you toward a life filled with meaning, confidence, and lasting fulfillment. Principle 2, count on yourself. Marcus Aurelius believed that one of the greatest strengths a person can develop is the ability to rely on themselves. This doesn't mean rejecting help from others. It means understanding that your happiness, growth, and success ultimately depend on your own choices. You cannot control what people think of you, how they treat you, or whether they support your dreams. But you can always control your actions, your attitude, and your response to life's challenges. That is where true strength begins. In today's world, many people constantly seek approval before making decisions. They wait for encouragement, validation, or permission to pursue their goals. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that the most reliable guide is not the opinion of the crowd, but the voice of reason within. The more you trust your own values and stay committed to them, the more confident and independent you become. Imagine two people who dream of starting their own business. The first shares the idea with everyone, but after hearing criticism and doubt, they abandon their dream before even trying. The second listens to advice but doesn't let fear or negative opinions control their decision. They continue learning, improving, and taking small steps forward. Months later, while one is still wondering what if, the other has already built something meaningful. The difference wasn't talent or luck, it was the courage to trust themselves. Marcus Aurelius understood that every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your character. Start by making small promises to yourself and keeping them. Set goals, stay consistent, and let your actions build your confidence. Over time, you'll realize that the strongest foundation you can ever have isn't the approval of others. It's the trust you've built in yourself. When you truly count on yourself, no obstacle, criticism, or setback can stop you from moving toward the life you were meant to live. Principle 3, show up every day. Marcus Aurelius believed that greatness isn't built through occasional bursts of motivation, it's built through consistency. Anyone can feel inspired for a day or two, but true self-discipline is revealed by showing up even when you don't feel like it. Success doesn't come from one extraordinary effort. It comes from the small actions you repeat every single day. Every day is another opportunity to strengthen your character, honor your responsibilities, and move one step closer to the person you want to become. In today's world, we're often waiting for the perfect moment to start. We tell ourselves we'll begin tomorrow, next Monday, or when we feel more motivated. But the Stoics understood that motivation comes and goes. Discipline is what remains. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning that he had a duty to fulfill, regardless of his mood or circumstances. He believed that simply showing up and doing the work was an act of living in harmony with nature and fulfilling one's purpose. Imagine someone who wants to get fit. On the first day, they're excited and spend hours in the gym. But after a week, that excitement fades and they quit. Now imagine another person who exercises for just 20 minutes every day, even when they're tired or busy. After 1 year, the second person is healthier, stronger, and more confident, not because they worked harder on one day, but because they refused to stop showing up. The difference wasn't talent, it was consistency. Marcus Aurelius understood that character is built through daily actions, not occasional achievements. Start small if you have to, but stay consistent. Read one page, write one paragraph, take one walk, or complete one meaningful task every day. These small commitments may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they become the foundation of extraordinary discipline. Remember, it's not perfection that changes your life. It's the decision to show up every single day. Principle 4, embrace discomfort. Marcus Aurelius believed that growth begins the moment you step outside your comfort zone. While most people spend their lives chasing comfort, the Stoics understood that comfort alone never builds strength. Instead, they believed that willingly embracing small challenges prepares you for life's bigger battles. Discomfort isn't something to fear, it's something to train with. Every difficult moment is an opportunity to strengthen your mind, build resilience, and prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. Think about it. Every meaningful achievement requires some level of discomfort. Learning a new skill means making mistakes. Building a healthy body requires discipline and effort. Chasing your dreams often means facing rejection, failure, and uncertainty. Marcus Aurelius understood that avoiding hardship only makes us weaker, while facing it with courage makes us stronger. He believed that by choosing temporary discomfort, we become better prepared for the unexpected hardships that life inevitably brings. Imagine two people who wake up early every morning. One immediately reaches for their phone, stays in bed, and keeps delaying the start of their day because it's comfortable. The other gets out of bed, goes for a run, or spends time reading and improving themselves, even though it's difficult. At first, the difference seems small, but after a year, one has developed discipline, confidence, and better health, while the other is still trapped in the same habits. The difference wasn't luck. It was the willingness to embrace discomfort. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that every challenge carries a hidden lesson. Start with small acts of voluntary discomfort. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Spend less time on social media. Wake up a little earlier. Push yourself to finish the task you've been avoiding. These simple choices train your mind to stay strong under pressure. The more comfortable you become with discomfort, the more unstoppable you become in every area of life. Principle 5, focus on what you can control. One of the most powerful lessons Marcus Aurelius ever taught was this: peace begins when you stop trying to control what was never yours to control. According to Stoicism, there are only a few things that truly belong to us: our thoughts, our choices, our actions, and our attitude. Everything else, including other people's opinions, unexpected setbacks, and the outcome of our efforts, lies outside our complete control. The moment we accept this truth, we stop wasting energy on frustration and start investing it where it truly matters. Many of us spend our days worrying about things we can't change. We stress over what others think of us, fear situations that haven't even happened yet, or become angry when life doesn't go according to plan. Marcus Aurelius believed that this only steals our peace of mind. Instead of fighting reality, he encouraged us to focus on our own actions, because that's where our true power lies. We may not control every situation, but we always control how we respond to it. Imagine two people applying for their dream job. Both prepare well and attend the interview. A few days later, one receives a rejection email and spends weeks blaming the company, questioning their worth and giving up. The other feels disappointed too, but chooses to focus on what they can improve. They learn new skills, apply again, and continue moving forward. Eventually, a better opportunity comes their way. The difference wasn't the rejection, it was how they responded to something they couldn't control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that real strength comes from directing our energy toward what is within our power. Every time you face a difficult situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is yes, take action. If the answer is no, let it go with wisdom. When you stop fighting what you cannot change and focus on what you can, you become calmer, stronger, and far more resilient than the average person. Principle 6. Never play the victim. Marcus Aurelius believed that one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth is adopting a victim mindset. Life will never be completely fair. You will face disappointment, rejection, failure, and moments that test your patience. But Stoicism teaches us that these challenges do not define us, our response to them does. The moment we blame our circumstances, other people, or bad luck for everything that goes wrong, we hand over the power to shape our own future. True strength begins when we stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can this teach me?" It's easy to believe that our lives would be better if people treated us differently or if circumstances were more favorable. But Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that while he couldn't control the actions of others, he could always control his own character. Instead of wasting energy complaining about problems, he focused on finding solutions. Every setback became an opportunity to practice patience, courage, and resilience. This simple shift in mindset transformed obstacles into stepping stones for personal growth. Imagine two employees who are passed over for a promotion. The first spends months blaming their manager, complaining to co-workers, and convincing themselves that success is impossible. The second feels disappointed as well, but chooses a different path. They ask for feedback, improve their skills, and continue working with determination. A year later, while one person is still trapped in frustration, the other has earned an even better opportunity. The difference wasn't the setback, it was the mindset they chose afterward. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that every difficulty carries a choice. You can allow it to make you bitter, or you can let it make you stronger. The next time life doesn't go your way, resist the urge to complain or blame others. Instead, ask yourself, what action can I take right now? That single question shifts your focus from excuses to solutions. When you refuse to play the victim, you take back control of your life, strengthen your character, and become the kind of person no challenge can easily break. Principle 7. Delay gratification. Marcus Aurelius believed that one of the greatest signs of self-mastery is the ability to resist temporary pleasures in exchange for lasting rewards. In today's world, we're surrounded by instant gratification. We want quick success, quick money, quick entertainment, and immediate results. But Stoicism teaches us that the things worth having, wisdom, discipline, meaningful relationships, and lasting success, are rarely achieved overnight. They require patience, consistency, and the willingness to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term fulfillment. Many people give up on their goals because they expect immediate results. They start exercising but quit after a week because they don't see a physical transformation. They begin learning a new skill but lose interest when progress feels slow. Marcus Aurelius understood that true growth happens quietly, through small daily actions repeated over time. He believed that controlling your desires instead of being controlled by them is what leads to genuine freedom. When you learn to delay gratification, you no longer become a slave to your impulses. You become the master of your own mind. Imagine two friends who both receive their first paycheck. One spends it immediately on expensive clothes, gadgets, and things they don't really need. The other saves a portion, invests in learning new skills, and plans for the future. At first, the first person appears to enjoy life more. But years later, the second person has built financial stability, valuable knowledge, and opportunities that the first never created. The difference wasn't income. It was the ability to think beyond the present moment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that every small decision shapes the person we become. Before giving in to an impulse, pause and ask yourself, will this bring me temporary pleasure or lasting value? The answer to that question can change your future. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, patience over impulse, and purpose over comfort, you're building a stronger character. And over time, those small choices create a life filled with confidence, success, and true inner freedom. Principle 8. Ignore the naysayers. Marcus Aurelius believed that if you allow every opinion to influence your decisions, you'll never truly live your own life. No matter what goal you pursue, there will always be people who doubt you, criticize you, or tell you that you're not capable. But Stoicism teaches us that the opinions of others are outside our control. What truly matters is not whether people believe in you, but whether you remain faithful to your own values and continue moving forward with courage and discipline. In today's world, criticism spreads faster than ever. A single negative comment can make someone question their abilities or even abandon their dreams. Marcus Aurelius understood this danger. As the ruler of the Roman Empire, he faced constant judgment, opposition, and criticism. Yet he refused to let outside voices distract him from his purpose. Instead of seeking approval from everyone around him, he focused on acting with wisdom, integrity, and reason. He knew that people will always have opinions, but your future should never be determined by someone else's doubts. Imagine a young woman who dreams of becoming a content creator. Excited about her first videos, she shares them online, only to receive hurtful comments saying she's not talented enough. Discouraged, she considers quitting. But instead of listening to strangers, she chooses to improve with every video. Months later, her confidence grows, her audience expands, and the same people who once doubted her begin to admire her success. The criticism didn't disappear. She simply stopped giving it the power to control her. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that your energy is too valuable to waste on people who don't share your vision. Listen to constructive advice, but don't let baseless criticism steal your confidence. Whenever someone tells you that you can't achieve your goal, let your actions become your answer. Stay focused, trust the path you're walking, and remember that history is filled with people who were doubted before they were celebrated. The moment you stop living for other people's approval is the moment you begin living for your true purpose. Principle 9. Learn from the wise. Marcus Aurelius believed that no one becomes wise entirely on their own. One of the fastest ways to grow is to learn from people who have already walked the path before you. Every successful person, every great leader, and every wise thinker leaves behind valuable lessons through their actions, decisions, and experiences. Instead of repeating the same mistakes, Stoicism encourages us to observe, reflect, and adopt the qualities that make these individuals extraordinary. Wisdom isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's about applying the right principles to everyday life. Marcus Aurelius himself followed this practice. Although he was one of the most powerful men in the world, he never believed he had nothing left to learn. He admired the virtues of great teachers and philosophers, carefully studying how they remained calm under pressure, made difficult decisions, and lived with integrity. Rather than copying them blindly, he focused on understanding the values behind their actions and incorporating those values into his own life. This mindset allowed him to grow not only as an emperor, but also as a better human being. Imagine a young entrepreneur who wants to build a successful business. Instead of relying only on trial and error, they read books written by experienced entrepreneurs, listen to their interviews, and learn from both their successes and failures. Over time, they avoid costly mistakes, make wiser decisions, and achieve their goals much faster. The difference isn't luck, it's the willingness to learn from those who have already earned the wisdom that experience provides. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the people we choose to learn from shape the person we eventually become. Surround yourself with books that inspire you, mentors who challenge you, and individuals whose character reflects the values you admire. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this person's way of thinking? Every lesson you apply strengthens your character, sharpens your judgment, and brings you one step closer to becoming the wise, disciplined, and resilient person you aspire to be. Principle 10. Reflect on your day. Marcus Aurelius believed that personal growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens through honest self-reflection. At the end of each day, he would take time to examine his thoughts, actions, and decisions. He wasn't trying to be perfect or punish himself for mistakes. Instead, he wanted to learn from every experience and become a little wiser than he was the day before. Stoicism teaches us that if we never pause to reflect, we'll continue repeating the same habits and mistakes without even realizing it. But when we regularly evaluate ourselves, every day becomes an opportunity to improve. In our busy lives, it's easy to rush from one day to the next without thinking about how we spent our time. We often focus on what happened to us instead of how we responded to those situations. Marcus Aurelius believed that true progress comes from asking ourselves difficult but honest questions. Did I act with patience today? Did I stay true to my values? Did I let anger, fear, or pride control my decisions? These simple questions help us become more aware of our strengths and reveal the areas where we still need to grow. Imagine two people learning to play the piano. One practices every day, but never reflects on their mistakes, repeating the same errors over and over. The other spends a few minutes after each practice session reviewing what went well and what needs improvement. Over time, the second person progresses much faster, not because they practice more, but because they learned from every session. Life works exactly the same way. Reflection turns experience into wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that every evening is a chance to become a better version of ourselves. Before you go to sleep, spend just a few quiet minutes reviewing your day. Celebrate the moments when you lived according to your values and learn from the moments when you fell short. Don't judge yourself. Educate yourself. Remember, every sunrise offers a new beginning, but every sunset offers a valuable lesson. The more honestly you reflect on your life, the more disciplined, resilient, and wise you will become. Marcus Aurelius understood a truth that most people spend their entire lives chasing. The greatest victory isn't conquering the world, it's conquering yourself. Real strength isn't measured by how much money you have, how powerful you become, or how many people admire you. It's measured by your ability to remain calm in chaos, disciplined in temptation, and courageous in the face of adversity. Today, we've explored 10 timeless Stoic principles that have transformed lives for nearly 2,000 years. We learned how to find a purpose that gives our lives direction, rely on ourselves instead of seeking constant validation, show up every single day with consistency, embrace discomfort as a path to growth, focus only on what we can control, refuse to play the victim, delay gratification, ignore the opinions that hold us back, learn from the wise, and end each day with honest self-reflection. These aren't just philosophical ideas, they're practical habits that can completely change the way you think, act, and live. But here's the most important lesson of all. Knowledge alone changes nothing. Action changes everything. You can watch hundreds of motivational videos, read dozens of books, and learn every Stoic principle ever written. But none of it will matter unless you choose to apply it. Real transformation begins the moment you take that first small step. So here's my challenge for you. Choose just one Stoic principle from today's video and commit to practicing it every day for the next 7 days. Then come back and tell us in the comments which principle you chose and how it changed your mindset. Your story could inspire someone else who is struggling with the same challenges you're facing today. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, type this phrase in the comments: "My mind is my greatest strength." Let's see how many future Stoics are watching until the very end. If you found value in today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another lesson from Stoic Horizon. Every day, we share timeless wisdom from the greatest Stoic philosophers to help you build discipline, inner peace, and an unshakable mindset. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Until our next journey together, remember this: life doesn't become easier. You become stronger. Stay disciplined, stay wise, and keep moving forward. I'll see you in the next video.